The United Nations is the most crucial intergovernmental organization that keeps peace among the people.
The name United Nations was coined by Franklin Delano Roosevelt on January 1st, 1942.
The United Nations was established October 24, 1945, after World War II, in order to prevent such a situation from recurring and to fight the Axis powers. In the United Nations, there were groups formed to focus on one specific goal. The Office of the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, or the OHCHR, was created to help protect human rights.
The Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights worked hard to protect human rights without distinction of race, sex, language, or religion.
Another way the OHCHR is effective towards human rights is by making a national holiday to help people recognize the significance of human rights, called Human Rights Day. It is every single year on December 10th.
As mentioned before, the United Nations also want to combat world hunger. The groups within the United Nations that were formed to help decrease world hunger are called the Food Agricultural Organization, or the FAO, and the United Nations World Food Program, or the WFP.
The WFP is very successful, being that they contribute food to about 2 million children from 60 countries in school feeding programs each year.
The United Nations provides food for an astounding 90 million people in 75 countries overall.
The organization mainly delivers food after emergencies like war, civil conflict, and natural disasters.
The office that specializes in combating disease was named the World Health Organization. Out of many groups, the World Health Organization is one that needs the most improvement. They have few achievements, but a large number of goals.
The World Health Organization, or WHO, provides vaccines for 58% of the world's children. Just think about that number. Without the WHO, or the United Nations, twice as many people would be sick all the time.
The World Health Organization helped eradicate smallpox in 1980, one of the most feared diseases of the time. They are also teaming up with other countries to prevent diseases such as malaria by giving tips in any language on how you can get it and how you can avoid it.
Another goal that the WHO has is to fight substance overuse and abuse. They give technical support to the millions of adults that are alcoholics. Currently, 1 in every 12 U.S. adult is an alcoholic. This number will be reduced sufficiently with the standard setting and information giving that the WHO gives.
The United Nations also want to reduce poverty on Earth. The group working on reducing poverty is the United Nations Development Program.
The United Nations Development Program, or UNDP, is also doing its best to end extreme poverty for every single person on Earth by 2030.
The United Nations Development Program has already created over 1 million jobs, 41% for women, registered 4 million voters in Afghanistan alone, and improved energy access to 1.3 million people.
Another big group working to fight poverty is the International Fund for Agriculture Development, or the IFAD.
The IFAD pays off debts and provides money for people suffering from a natural disaster.
The IFAD is known for being an association that works in very remote areas, not only in places with many people. The IFAD will go to the end of the planet just to help a small village with very few people. The United Nations is a decisive organization for the way it makes sure human rights are not being violated, for fighting disease and world hunger, and for ending poverty. You and your friends should be grateful that the United Nations exist. Ha ha ha.